Hey everyone, it's me, Anita, and welcome to my channel. And it is 12 o'clock midnight right now, but tonight I'm gonna actually get started on some Etsy orders because this is the only time I have to work on these orders is at nighttime. So I have 2 t-shirts that I'm going to work on tonight, a baby blanket, and I'm gonna get started. I probably won't finish it tonight, but I'll get started on it. And I have 1 fabric order. So basically that's what I'm gonna be working on tonight. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to be working on a dinosaur baby blanket. I'm going to be embroidering on this Minke Fabric. I already have it hooped and everything and ready to go. I already have the design all designed and uploaded to my machine. So basically all I have to do is press go on that. I'm also going to be using my Cricut maker tonight to cut some vinyl for some t-shirts. And I'm going to be using my heat press to heat press the vinyl onto the shirts. So I'm basically going to be just working on those items right now. I'll be able to multitask and work on both of those at the same time, hopefully without any errors. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all my thread all situated. I already have my applique fabric already, it has heat and bond on the back, so this is all ready to go. I just need to get my threads ready to go for that blanket, and then I'll be able to get started on that. So one thing that I like to do is I like to go back and actually just look at the design that I have on my phone. And actually this customer is so freaking sweet. I'm gonna go ahead and read the note they left me for this order. So she hasn't received the blanket because I haven't even made it yet, but she sent me this note when she placed the order. She said, "You're amazing. I've looked high and low for a customized dinosaur blanket, but never found one that I really liked until this one. I know I'm going to love it. Thank you." So I love having customers like that. She hasn't even seen the blanket yet and she already loves it. So that makes me feel so good. So I need to make sure that this blanket comes out perfect. So basically I'm just gonna look at the blanket to match up all the colors. So this is the one that she ordered. So I need to get all these threads all together. Okay, so I have my threads already. I have black already loaded onto the machine to do the outline for the applique. So I'm gonna go ahead and press go on the machine. And then after it does the outline stitch, I'm going to place down my applique fabric. Okay, so when you have applique fabric, you want to make sure you do heat and bond light on the back, and don't forget to peel this piece of paper off the back. In the past, I've forgotten to actually take this paper off, so don't forget to take it off, because once you're done with the embroidery, you're going to iron this. So it sticks to whatever fabric you embroidered it onto. Okay, so when you cut out your applique fabric, you want to try and get your scissors to cut out the fabric as close as possible to the tack down stitch as much as you can without cutting the stitches. So right here I notice there's a little bit of extra fabric, so I'm going to kind of snip that off. Okay. So now the machine's going to go ahead and do a satin stitch for the embroidery designs. I'm going to take some of my water soluble stabilizer and I'm going to tape it to the top of this design. I like to use water soluble stabilizer on top because it just makes the stitches come out way better, because Minke Fabric can actually pop through the satin stitches because it is kind of like furry. So to help prevent that from happening, I like to use this water stabilizer. It just makes the design look way, way better. Okay, so when rehooping your design, you want to make sure that you're very, very careful with it, because you don't want to, I'm not sure what it's called, I think it's called the arm of the machine. You don't want to bump the arm of the machine because that can actually throw off the whole applique design. So when you're putting your hoop back on, make sure that you're doing it very gently because you don't want to bump the machine. It's back and hooped on the machine. You always want to double check too that when you are embroidering a blanket, you want to make sure that none of the pieces are underneath. So you just want to double check and make sure that no fabric is underneath the hoop. Okay, and as you guys can see, the next stitch, it says red, but I didn't change the color thread, but I know that the outline needs to be blue, so I'm going to go ahead and switch out my thread for the blue thread. I'm just going to let the embroidery machine just run, and while that's running, I'm going to load up my Cricut mat and get that started. So I've actually gotten a lot of t-shirt orders lately. I have 2 custom shirts that I need to make. Actually, no, I have 5 custom shirts that I need to make. But I'm not gonna work on those tonight. I'm gonna actually work on those tomorrow, because I actually have to sit down and come up with a whole new design for them, which is gonna be a lot of fun. I love creating new designs. But I'm gonna work on those tomorrow, but I keep saying but. I keep getting a lot of t-shirt orders, so it's pretty awesome. I actually need to do a big order for shirts, and I'm gonna wait to do that until I have some more money saved up. But I usually order my shirts from jiffyshirts.com, and if I run out and I don't have any shirts, I usually will go to Michael's and use like one of the 20% off coupons and get shirts from them, because they have Bella canvas shirts, and that's the shirts that I typically like to use because they're soft and stretchy, and I just love how they feel and how they fit too as well. I actually made this shirt. This one I'm not selling though, but this is like one of my first shirts that I actually made. I made this shirt before I even had my heat press, but basically I made a few shirts, sold them, and then I used that money to invest in a heat press. So whatever money that I make off my business, I'm constantly trying to reinvest it back into my business. So I just want to continue to grow it as much as I can, as quickly as possible too. So these satin stitches for the outline of the dinosaur are coming out good. I usually want to keep my eye on the machine at all times, because just with the blink of an eye, your machine can start acting up and ruin a whole design. I'm using 2 different types of HTV for my t-shirt designs. This HTV is Sizer brand. It has like this shiny film. So when you do this, you do it shiny side down, and you want to mirror the image and have it cut it out that way. For this is missing that shiny film. So what you're gonna have to do is, when you cut out this design, you're gonna actually not mirror it. You're just gonna put this down face up, and the machine's gonna cut it out like normal, and then you have like these clear sheets that you're going to stick the design to, and you'll use this when heat pressing the design onto the shirt. Hopefully that makes sense. Here's my dog Rocco. I just gave him a bath today, so we'll see how long he'll last, because he loves to roll in the dirt, so we'll see how long he'll stay clean for. I feel like I have to literally give him a bath every day, and he was so white earlier and he's already really dirty. But here's Rocco. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Okay guys, I just want to kind of show you guys some of my goals for September. So I only have like 3 really main goals that I'm focusing on. My first goal is to get 2K followers on Instagram. I'm not sure if I'm going to get it, because right now I think I have 1,300 followers, so That goal might be a little too ambitious, but I finally reached 1,500 sales on Etsy, which is crazy to me. I didn't expect to have this many sales in 2020. It's just, it's insane to me. And then another goal that I have is to get 250 followers on YouTube. So I think that's very attainable. I'm very close actually. So if you haven't followed yet, go follow me because I'm trying to reach that goal. So this embroidery design is actually stitching out very quickly. I don't know if it's just the machine or if I'm just getting faster at doing embroidery. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start weeding out that vinyl. I'm gonna turn my heat press on and get that started as well. Okay, so I kind of want to show you guys this heat transfer vinyl. So you're just gonna weed it like normal. Just like that. And you're going to use this little transfer, I don't want to say transfer paper, but you're going to use this transfer to transfer the letter, or the number I mean, to it. Just like that, and then you'll be able to heat press it onto the shirt. These are reusable, so I'm gonna start with just one number, and then once I'm done heat pressing this number on, I'll use the same thing for this number. Okay, so I'm all done with the shirts and I'm done embroidering the blanket. So this one is for a little guy named Kyson. He's turning 2, and this little guy is turning 4. These two shirts are actually for the same birthday party. They're doing joint birthdays. So this customer ended up ordering 2 shirts for me, which is awesome. And then the embroidery for this dinosaur blanket came out perfect. So now basically all I have to do is just sew the back part of the blanket on, and I'll be done with that order, and then I'll be done for the night. if the camera's picking it up, but I get a lot of questions on how I work with Minke Fabric because it's very difficult to sew with. So when sewing, I like to use a lot, and I mean a lot of pins. So I go around the edge with pins, and then I do the whole middle of the blanket and use pins, probably about like 3 finger spaces or about like 2 inches apart. And then I'll just take it to the sewing machine, sew along the edges, leaving about 5 inches or enough room for my hand to be able to go through the blanket to be able to pull it out. So I'm gonna be adding some branding to my blanket too. So I got these little fabric labels off Etsy with my company's name on them, and I'm just gonna pin them inside of the blanket. They're very easy to sew in, and I like adding them to the blankets because a customer will be able to remember what company they got the blanket from. So if somebody else asks them, hey, where'd you get that blanket? They'll be able to show them the tag and be able to remember that they got it from me, Needle and Thread. So when adding your little fabric labels, I like to fold them in half, and then I'm going to stick them on the inside, basically sandwiched in between the Minke fabric and the flannel fabric. And I'm gonna line it up with the edge of the flannel fabric, not with the Minke fabric, because I'm gonna cut off this extra Minke fabric so it's lined up with this flannel fabric. So I'm just gonna line up the tag with the flannel fabric. I'm gonna do raw edges to raw edges. And then I'll just use a little clip and pin it in place. So when I sew, it'll sew it into place. So one little hack that I like to use, because I use like these big things of thread, I like to actually just put them in a little coffee cup, and they work just fine. Okay, so this blanket is all done. I can't wait for this customer to get her order. There's the back of the blanket. There's my branding. Now I just need to package this blanket up and my 2 shirts and my fabric order, and then I'll be done for the night. And it's 1:37 a.m. So I just need to hurry up so I can go to bed. I'm starting to get really tired, but there's absolutely no way I could do this when my 2 boys are awake, because the last few days they've been like the biggest mama's boys, and all they want to do, and I don't mind it, it just makes like getting work done really hard, but they just want me to like hold them and cuddle them, and I'm trying to soak it all in while I can. So it leaves me to where I have to like stay up really late at night and get my work done that way. But it's whatever, you know, I enjoy it. It's allowing me to be able to stay home with my boys right now, so I'm not complaining. I don't want to complain or sound like I'm complaining, and I'm so grateful that I'm getting so many orders. So I'm very thankful and very grateful that I'm continuing to get orders. My business is growing, so no complaints for me. Just the only complaint is I gotta stay up super late, which I guess is not that big of a deal, but all right. I'm gonna go ahead and get started packaging these orders. guys, so that's it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed it. And if you have any other video ideas, go ahead, leave them down in the comments. I would love to make some new different type of videos for you. Don't forget to subscribe. I am so close to meeting my goal. I'm at 204 subscribers and my goal for September is to get 250 subscribers. So just go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification button so you don't miss any of my new videos. I am posting videos consistently, so you don't want to miss out. All right, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.